When the topic of the Moorish influence in Europe is being discussed, one of the first questions that arises is, what race were they? As early as the Middle Ages, Moors were commonly viewed as being mostly black, or very swarthy. Hence the word is often used for negro, according to the Oxford English Dictionary. Author and historian Chancellor Williams said the original Moors, like the original Egyptians, were African. They were black. The 16th century English playwright William Shakespeare used the word Moor as a synonym for African. Black soldiers, specifically identified as Moors, were actively recruited by Rome and served in Britain, France, Switzerland, Austria, Hungary, Poland, and Romania. Saint Maurice, patron saint of medieval Europe, was only one of many black soldiers and officers under the employment of the Roman Empire. Although generations of Spanish rulers have tried to expunge this era from the historical record, recent archaeology and scholarship now shed fresh light on the Moors who flourished for more than 700 years, from 711 AD until 1492. The Moorish advances in mathematics, astronomy, art, and agriculture helped propel Europe out of the Dark Ages and into the Renaissance.
Maurice is the commanding officer of Egyptian Christian soldiers known as the Theban Legion. Summoned from Egypt by Emperor Maximian, the Theban Legion marches to meet their foes, the Holy Lance at their standard. Maximian then issues a terrible order. The Christian Thebans must offer sacrifices to the emperor and the other Roman gods.
The Roman emperor was the head of state, the head of the empire, but also a religious figure. For a Christian to pay homage to such a figure then would have been an act of renouncing one's religion.
The Roman Empire at this time is undergoing a concerted effort to persecute Christianity.
Emboldened or perhaps inspired by the spear of Christ, Maurice and his men refuse Maximian's order, proclaiming that despite their loyalty to Rome, they are Christians first. Emperor Maximian is outraged. He orders the decimation of Maurice's army, the execution of every 10th man. The countryside soon flows with the blood of the Theban Legion, all going willingly to their deaths.
Maurice, as the leader, was reminding the Christian men of their duty to be true to their faith, and in fact to consider that those who had their names taken out were the lucky ones because of their martyrdom.
With the spear of Christ by his side, Maurice continues to disobey the orders from Rome. Maximian decimates the Theban Legion 2 more times, after which Maurice declares their adherence to the faith in a simple message.
Maximian, we are your soldiers, but we are even more the soldiers of Christ. We cannot do what you're asking us to do.
Maximian is unmoved, and no one is spared. Maurice is later canonized, becoming the first black saint, the patron saint of the Roman Empire.
He represented the kind of Christianity that was so staunch, so fiercely held that someone would be willing to die for it. And the name Maurice harkens back to the Greek word for black, mauron. So in subsequent Christian iconography, Maurice is often portrayed as a black man.
There are not many military saints in Christianity. The fact that he was a military man made it logical that he would also have what is one of the few military relics of the whole story of Christ.
Sincere ignorance.